Hi guys, welcome to your first DeltaMath on procedures and parameters. We're starting at level 1 this week, but in future weeks you guys will be looking at some more complex examples. As you guys have seen from past DeltaMaths, these questions are really similar to what you guys see on the AP exam, which you guys noticed in our Kahoot. So this is super valuable practice for those code reading problems. It's also a great way for you guys to start getting more familiar with functions. Reading code and writing code are two very different skills, and if you get better at reading code, you will get better at writing code. So a few things before we get started. First is that the AP exam is going to often refer to functions as procedures. They mean the exact same thing. I believe that they chose procedures because it's a little more like language agnostic, and like we've talked about, not every student does the AP CSP class using p5.js like we do. So if you see that word, just understand that it's the same idea as a function. This is also going to be in that same pseudocode that is used on the AP exam. And just a reminder that you will get a cheat sheet for that when the time comes for the exam. If you really want to see it, if you open up a new tab and type like AP CSP reference sheet, I can guarantee that it'll come up for you and you can use that if you want. The only reason why I am not having you use it right now and give it to you is because I think a lot of the things we're going to see are pretty self-explanatory. And so it'll make sense to us. This is also one very similar to the past exercises you've seen where you probably are going to want some pen and paper to help you figure things out. So I'm going to suggest that you grab a notebook or something to write with. I have this blue sticky note chilling on my screen so that I can keep track of things on it. So just suggestions for you guys. Then when you are ready, let's take a look at this procedure together. So this procedure, which again, I'll put a note, procedure is what they are calling a function, is called mystery. That's its name. So when they call it, they are going to call mystery. And mystery takes in 3 values. It has 3 parameters. It has A, B, and C. Now, there's not a lot actually happening inside of mystery, so this is really truly a parameter reading exercise. All mystery is going to do is return the result of doing C minus B plus A. That's it. So I'm just going to make a note. It does C minus B plus A, and we're going to pretend that my punctuation is looking the way it's supposed to, because you can tell my computer really wants that to be capitalized. So this is everything on line 1 to 4. That's all them defining a function. On line 6, they have made a variable called answer, and they have assigned answer, or ants, I guess, the value of whatever runs after doing mystery 5, 7, 10. And I will make a note of that right now. Mystery 5, 7, 10. Now that it should be capitalized, I'm not capitalizing. And then they're printing out whatever that result is. So this would be the same as saying like, let ants equal whatever mystery is, and then display answer. So what we need to do is just figure out what's going to be printed. So to do this, I'm going to look at what's being put into mystery, and then I'm going to look at what happens inside of mystery. So we talked a little bit yesterday that the order of parameters matter. So I'm just going to enter over, and remember that right now 5 is A, 7 is B, and 10 is C. So when I go into mystery and I'm looking at this return statement, I'm really plugging in 10, which is C, minus 7, which is B, plus 5, which is A. And my answer to that, 7 minus 10 gives me 3. 3 plus 5 is 8, so my answer here would be 8. 8 is what is being saved to the variable answer, so when I display answer, it should be 8, and then I can hit submit, and I have gotten it right. The coolest thing about DeltaMath that I really want you guys to take note of is that it will show you exactly how this ran. So if you were confused about how things happened, like if you have a red X on your screen, use these arrows to help you. When you click an arrow, it's going to highlight a single line of code, and it's going to tell you one line at a time what happened. So it tells you on line 1 that this is defining a function, but it's not being run until it's called. On line 5, nothing happens. On line 6, it's calling that procedure and giving that value to the variable. and then it's running up to run the actual function that the computer was taught, and then it tells you what happens for the rest of the code. I cannot recommend using these arrows enough, even if you get it right, just to help you visually step through code, and you will probably see them at other points in DeltaMath as well. Good luck, guys!